ice-penetrating radar first detected anomalies deep beneath the polar cap. Early satellite imagery captured symmetrical forms, challenging natural explanations. The sheer scale of the formations instantly questioned equipment accuracy.
Seismic echoes suggested materials far denser than typical bedrock or ice.
Magnetic interference plagued early missions near these emerging zones. Data demanded a multi-sensor investigation into what lay hidden. Thermal scans revealed localized heat, inconsistent with geological venting. We mapped the heat signatures. They followed an impossibly straight line. Organized patterns began to emerge, defying natural chaotic formation.
Data suggested highly reflective materials, metallic or crystalline in composition.
Declassified documents hinted at unusual subglacial research programs. Video captured transient, fleeting lights deep within the ice corridor. Multiple sensor inputs all pointed toward the same immense, buried object.
Structures resembled building foundations, impossibly preserved. Unnatural, rhythmic sounds were detected, originating from deep below.
The formations align precisely with specific magnetic and gravitational anomalies.
Early attempts to probe the structures met with unexpected, catastrophic resistance.
Exploration attempts were rapidly halted by immediate military enforcement.
Satellite communications consistently experienced severe, unexplained interference.
Sudden, localized ice shifts occurred frequently in active exploration zones. The history of Antarctica is steeped in rumors of hidden things.
Evidence suggests massive energy conduits buried deep within the bedrock.
Only specialized, highly shielded equipment could approach the anomalies.
A recovered rock sample bore a complex, non-terrestrial geometric etching. Security around the sites became impenetrable, silencing further public inquiry. At certain wavelengths, the structures appeared to emit a faint, internal glow.
Their scale dwarfs any known ancient human construction project.
Initial probes suggested a vast network of interconnected tunnels and chambers.
Unmarked, non-standard aircraft frequently used nearby restricted air corridors.
A massive perimeter, a permanent no-fly zone, was established immediately. Energy output readings spiked at regular, non-random intervals. Probes and sensors consistently failed when nearing a certain depth threshold.
The data supported the theory of an active, localized energy shield.
Some theories link the structures to advanced, lost wartime technologies.
The surrounding ice exhibited unnatural clarity, purity, and unusual density. Ancient texts and mythology often reference a frozen gate at the pole.
Under high magnification, patterns resembled complex, sophisticated circuitry. Former military personnel suggested the anomaly was a highly guarded entry point.
Structures erased all typical topographical and geological markers.
Recovered debris showed signs of extreme heat and pressure, unknown to our metallurgy. Theories ranged from ancient terrestrial civilizations to non-human intelligence. Sampling missions were short, high risk, and met with swift retrieval protocols. Some suggested the formations align with specific celestial coordinates.
Notes recovered discussed advanced concepts of localized gravity manipulation. Submersible drones navigated artificially smooth, narrow tunnels. Personnel were observed extracting materials through a newly formed ice fissure. Strange, non-reflective patches of material appeared on the surface ice. Data recovered from a failed probe was heavily encrypted and inaccessible. Three-dimensional rendering suggested a massive, hollow internal space.
Whistleblowers who spoke out were quickly silenced or disappeared. The sheer volume of consistent data made denying the structures impossible. Formations show an unlikely, precise alignment with the planet's core.
Ground-penetrating radar confirms impossibly straight, vertical walls.
Thermal pockets exhibited both extreme heat and adjacent extreme cold.
Rumors persisted of early artifact recoveries never officially logged.
The primary structure appears to serve as a hub for a vast, underground network. High-resolution scans revealed unnatural crystalline growth at the edges.
Transient fluctuations in the local gravitational field were noted.
Chemical analysis suggested composition inconsistent with all known terrestrial elements. Submersible footage showed a massive, perfectly smooth metallic archway. Official flight paths make illogical deviations around the largest anomaly sites. Deep ice probes encountered areas where the ice itself acted like a mirror. The structure's geometry adhered to precise mathematical ratios. Log entries describe extreme, impossible pressure differentials deep within the ice.
Many sensors were destroyed by intense, localized bursts of energy.
Rapid construction of permanent, heavily reinforced barriers quickly followed each find.
Passing satellites experienced unexplained and sudden power drains. The structures appear to be influencing the stability of the entire ice sheet.
The scale of Cold War Antarctic bases suggests more than just scientific interest. Initial melt exposures revealed complex, interlocking mechanical devices.
Boreholes often hit a pre-existing, impossibly circular void. A crystalline shard recovered from the core sample faintly emitted green light.
Evidence suggests a covert operation to remove sensitive materials.
Long-term thermal maps suggest a slow, rhythmic breathing of heat. Architectural analysis confirms a design inconsistent with human capability or history.
Hypotheses suggest a complex, vast life support or atmospheric system.
Only heavily customized, pressurized vehicles could attempt the descent.
The anomalies are strategically positioned along an ancient geological boundary.
Audio recordings show a regular, repeating, complex pulse signature.
Probes encountered an unknown corrosive element or energetic discharge. Field of influence extends far above the ice, affecting high-altitude systems.
Explorers in the 50s reported strange rock samples fused by immense heat.
Core samples revealed a distinct layer of non-ice material trapped in the formation. The structures matched descriptions of an ancient polar refuge, or ark. Evidence suggests the surface possesses self-repairing or adaptive capabilities.
The witness claimed the military was trying to reverse engineer the technology. Similar, perfectly circular formations were later found on the nearby ocean floor. The recovered object bears intricate engravings of an unknown language. Its potential function remains highly debated: power source, portal, or prison.
Those who studied the anomalies often suffered psychological distress and were removed.
Thermal imagery definitively proves a massive, active structure deep below the ice.
The internal shadow suggests massive, slowly rotating internal mechanisms. High-pressure gas, inconsistent with methane, periodically vented through surface fissures.
Data is impossibly complex, suggesting recursive or self-generating code. Black, impossibly dense materials were continuously airlifted from the site. Energy analysis suggests the structure is harvesting, storing, or generating colossal power.
The metallic surfaces were found coated in an inexplicable organic, yet non-biological, film.
The surrounding ice crevasse network showed an unnatural, accelerating growth. Classified documents detail Protocol Omega, a plan for global misinformation.
Structural analysis revealed a perfectly ordered, non-random crystalline lattice. Anomaly coordinates align with numerous historical global flood myths. The ice itself contained tiny, uniformly distributed metallic microflakes.
The largest anomaly is a perfect sphere, impossibly resisting geological pressure. Log entries suggested the complex signals were an intentional, repeating transmission.
A recovered sample exhibited physical resonance at an unknown frequency. Vehicles leaving the site were immediately sealed and covertly transported.
The structures appear to be actively warping the local geomagnetic field.
Fleeting moments of intense heat haze were observed above certain surface points.
Historical aerial photos often show temporary, inexplicable, massive holes in the ice.
Melt shafts revealed smooth, impossibly large, dark cylindrical components. The sheer depth of the subglacial structures remains unquantified.
The recovered technology exhibits a complex, apparently self-assembling internal lattice.
The final analysis suggests the anomalies are intentionally shielded from discovery.
Subglacial shadow on the bedrock is observed to shift, resize, and reorient.
The structures may be dormant, awaiting a specific cycle or trigger event.
The highest levels of government and military are actively invested in the cover-up.
The official explanation remains subglacial basalt outcrop, despite all evidence.
Antarctica remains a vast, frozen tomb for secrets too profound to explore.
Their origin, function, and implications remain largely unresolved, hidden beneath the ice.